Good evening, everyone. I am currently sitting here with Clickety, my 1939 Featherweight. And as I was kind of going through some of the checkoff list, I noticed that many people probably aren't aware of, or maybe they are, of the motor, oh, what's it called again? Brushes. I keep calling them bushes, and it's not. It's a brush. Don't even ask. So, anyways, these particular things that are on the motor that you don't have to check all the time, but you have to check periodically. So I'm going to have Steven show us where they're at and talk a little bit about it. And the one that's underneath there, we can just move the camera over to the Centennial and show them the bottom one so you don't have to turn Clickety over.
I'll turn it over.
Okay, so go.
So pretty much the motor brushes are what transmit the power from the power cord to the commutator inside the motor, which makes it spin. So there's two brushes, one on the top and one on the bottom. And if you look down low, there's a nice access point to the second one. So if you have to replace them, you don't have to take the motor off and try to fumble with it. So
how do I know if I need to check these?
Well, we're going to get to that. The first thing you'll do is loosen the screw.
And you want to be careful when you loosen this screw, and I will show you why. We actually had a sample screw sitting over here. If you tighten it, or if you loosen it and you're being really harsh on it, it will snap. They're made out of just plastic, and whoops, these particular screws, they will snap. This is what it's supposed to look like. The Featherweight shop does have some replacement ones, but it's best to not snap them off. You don't have to tighten very tight on any of these Featherweights.
And pretty much with the brushes, all you'll do, you take the plastic cap off, you pull the brush out, which is attached to a spring. Now if you notice, this brush, you can't see very well, this brush is square, but it wears in a arcing fashion, and that's what rides on the commutator and transmits power from the cord to the motor. And what you're really looking for is to make sure that from here up to here is greater than 1/4 inch. If it's 1/4 inch or less, you need to order replacements and just pull the old ones out and you'll drop the new ones in.
The Featherweight shop does offer the replacements. I think they're about $6, so it's not really expensive to replace. And you definitely don't want that little guy to get too small, or you will essentially burn up your motor.
Yeah, if it gets too short, it could cause arcing. And on the commutator inside the motor, it's a polished surface because you want the electricity to flow freely and easily. And if it starts arcing, it could burn holes or mess up that polished surface. So it's about $5 to $6 part, so it's very simple to change. Now when installing them back, you need to be careful to install them back with the arc in line with the motor, because when that thing rotates, you want it to have more contact surface on the base, and if you install it the other way, it'll only contact at 2 points. So to install a new one or put your old one back, it's as simple as lining it up, dropping it in the hole, and then putting the plastic cap back on.
And the one underneath that we showed you, the access point, you don't have to take that one out to check it. If you check this particular one here on top and it checks out okay, the one on the bottom should also check out okay, and vice versa. If the one on top is low and needs to be replaced, then you're going to want to go ahead and change the one on the bottom as well.
And what I found with checking these is sometimes when you go to plug them back in, you may have to give the belt a spin or the handle a spin when you first step on the foot pedal to get the thing to spin again. That's about it.
So thanks for watching.